Taurus, this is your week ahead tarot card reading by Born Without Boundaries Tarot. This is a message for Taurus, sun, moon, and rising sign. It's an energy reading, guys. Welcome to Born Without Boundaries Tarot. My name is Michelle, and this is an energy reading for Taurus, sun, moon, or rising sign, or just for you. If you've been drawn to this message, you may not even know you have strong Taurus placements, but this message is yours and it finds you at just the time you need to hear it. And this is where your message begins. Well, this is Virgo energy. This is something new, and something new has just begun, and something is precious, and something is sweet, and something needs time and patience. It's on shaky legs. Think of Bambi, right? Think of that energy of it needs patience, right? Because if you rush it, you're going to be disappointed with it, and you shouldn't, because it's new and it is shaky, and it's so precious for that reason. Bring a gentle touch is the message that it says. Now, interestingly enough, you have 18 here, which adds up to 9, which implies that it's not the beginning, but toward the end of something, or something is maybe wrapping up. And I'm willing to take it both ways. Either something is just starting up or something is wrapping up. But wherever you are in the process, it's time for gentleness and patience. So let's keep going. Grace often comes up with deer energy. Be graceful, or as graceful as possible in this energy. Be as generous as possible in this energy. Not generous as in you're giving stuff, but generous in terms of your patience levels, because it needs, it needs you to have that kind of almost white glove touch to it, to be delicate with it right now. Taurus, if any card falls out while I'm dividing the deck, it's just going to remain on the table because it's part of the message. If you're looking for a personal message, I do provide those. Please check out my website, www.bornwithoutboundariestarot.com, and you can book and schedule at your convenience. And once you book and schedule, you'll have your reading within 24 hours of whatever date you scheduled it. So it's a pretty quick turnaround. Taurus, if you haven't yet, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to participate in the free live chat tarot card readings I do here, please be sure to, please be sure to click that notification bell as well and select all notifications. Then you'll know when I go live. Okay. You can also check out channel memberships, because you can then participate in members only live chats where you get to ask a lot of questions, and we go really in depth there. All right, so let's cleanse the energy. Taurus. Taurus. Okay. Let's see what we've got. Act as if. So this is something that's not too old, and it's also something that's a little bit unsure or unsteady. Like, I want to blend in. I want to, like, this sense of I want to look. I don't want to draw any conclusions, right? I kind of want to be like this fly on the wall, or I just want to blend in. This could also be act as if, being in the presence of somebody that is insincere, but we're going to have to get that confirmation from the rest of the cards. Usually it's just, I don't want to bring a lot of attention to myself right now. because I need to watch and I need to take in information right now. And this card kind of goes right along with it, this sense of gentle touch. Bring a gentle touch. Don't go too heavy. Don't dive in head first, and don't really back away. There's just this sense of something needs to be nuanced right now, and you know it, right? Almost like, oh, this is kind of, it's strange energy. I want to go gentle with this. But then we have these cards on the other side. There is always enough, and this is in reverse. So it feels like there's not enough emotion here, or there's not enough finances here. There's something here that there's lacking, and it's going to be revealed to you this week. And then you have sometimes life stings. Something's impacting you here. It's bugging you. It doesn't necessarily mean it's causing you pain, Taurus. It just means that it's bugging you. And I want you to listen. You know those, you hear it all the time. If somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Well, if the situation is showing you what it is, believe it. Believe it, not as in create a conviction around it, like damn, like done, convicted, but take it in and be open and receptive to what is happening, because there is something lacking here, Taurus. Lacking, like I said, in emotions or support or resources, and it's starting to bug you. This isn't causing pain. It's not necessarily causing suffering, but sometimes life stings is almost like it's nagging you. It's getting at you, right? It's stinging at you, or there's a nagging that's going on. That's what it is, because there's something here like maybe I don't feel enough, or I don't feel as excited as I should, or it's not yielding resources. This isn't right now, this isn't a give up, but it is kind of like what's going on here. I need to be a little bit more vigilant and sort of open up my eyes, but I can't. And bring a gentle touch says, don't condemn something, or don't decide right now. But certainly there's this essence of something is up, and I need to collect, you need to collect more information on it. So let's get into the 7-day play-by-play to find out exactly what that information is. I'm going to draw the 7th day over here so we can wrap this up. This is Taurus energy. Taurus energy. How does this wrap up for the week? Oh, okay. That's nice. Taurus energy. Okay. Okay. That's a lot. Day 1. What exactly is Taurus discovering this week? There's stress. And there is a lot of maybe criticism or worry that's going on here. And in some ways, it says that there's stress because you don't have the information that you need. And that's you. Hold on. There's stress here because I don't have the information that I need. It could go either way, and that's what's stressing you. And I think it's coming from your head, because these are heavy in swords, right? So it's your thoughts. So it's almost like you're divided. You know, I could see things from both sides. You know, and it's starting to stress me out that I'm not sure. Now, it could be that you're not sure because you're making excuses for a situation. You may be justifying something because you don't want to believe it. But you got to keep your mind open to that as well. You are revealed here. This would be you. Yeah, because you've already dreamed this into existence. You've already kind of idealized this situation and decided that it's something wonderful. And that's why it's stressing you out, because what's happening isn't really what's happening. What's really happening is conflicting with what you dreamed or believed would happen. So that's what we discover on day 1. Okay, walking away from this situation, or happy to walk away from this situation. It seems like you walked away from a situation and now you're stressed out because you're not sure that you should have. But it's more your dreams or remembrances of this situation that is making you feel like it's pulling you back. But remember, we don't remember things based on reality. Our emotions get involved. So let's see what happens on day 2. It seems like you did walk away from a situation and now you're thinking twice about it. But I want you to think twice about thinking twice, because what it seems like is you're remembering it as better than it was. Day 2. Day 2 is, okay, slow and steady wins the race, taking it easy with yourself. Maybe just not pressing forward on something, and that's fine as well. Okay. It's basically like treat it precious. The same energy that we've been dealing with. This sense of let it take its own time. Let it take its own time. And then, oh, okay. Day 2 is saying that where it was slow, now all of a sudden it goes really, really fast. Something that moved very, very slow, very conservatively is now all of a sudden like you're rushing in. Or this is confirming that this is about a fire sign, a fire energy that came right at you. Thanks, monkey. That came right at you. Or that you feel in some ways, because this is, you're dealing with a fire sign, this is somebody who was hot and heavy and really exciting, but simultaneously they were also very different than you. So that could be specifically what you're dealing with, or simply that things went really slow and then they hurried up, they sped up. This sort of hot and cold scenario would be the best way I can explain it. What about day 3? Day 3 is an offer of love or opportunity for love or opportunity for a bunch of abundance and happiness. It seems then like day 2, where there was not much behavior or things were moving very slowly, take action. And then there's this beautiful energy of there's love here, or there's potential for love. Day 3. Day 3. That's all it says. From who, though? From who or from what situation? It's just Wheel of Fortune. It's a fortunate turn of events, this offer of love. And it comes to you. It doesn't come from you. So that's something you need to know. And then we have day 4. Day 4. Day 4 is your ships are coming in. That's something that you've waited for, something that you invested in is like suddenly it's here for you. It's coming in, or you're seeing it. You're seeing activity come in, and definitely you've made it through the woods and you see very clearly about what's in the distance and what's coming in for you. So there is a certainty of a positive turnaround by day 4. What about day 5? This is the Magician card, so it's got something to do with you, or something to do with you owning your power or personal authority. And then we have this Magic. This is the Queen of Cups. So unconditionally powerful, or like magic, there's this energy of somebody's love switches on, or of connectivity or connection or caring. Right? It's almost like it works like magic. This could be somebody in your life, or this could be you. It could represent a part of you. That's really interesting as well. Who is this person? Somebody who just moved or moved away from a situation, or it represents actually being able to move on. Like, in other words, this is an opportunity to move on from a painful situation. So I'm not sure that this is who or what you started out with in the beginning of the week. It's almost God just coming through and saying, but look, Taurus, see, you actually do have alternatives, right? And I would ask you this then. I would say, if what you're holding on to, you're only holding on to because you don't have any other options, then as soon as you hear this reading, think, if I had other options, would I be thinking so much about that old option? Because it's a way to put things into perspective for yourself, especially if there's a lot of emotions going on. It's a way to put things into perspective. Like, why do I feel so much? Is this because this is the only focal point? And if I had another choice, would I make it? Because it seems like there could be another choice coming in. What about day 6? Because day 7 is really interesting. So we have a lot of options coming in. Deciding to not put all your eggs in one basket, not having to put all your eggs in one basket, being given the choice to have options or many different offers, or definitely those offers starting to yield resources. Let's get a moon card before we get to day 7. We're going to get to day 7 in the extended. Emotions are running high, supermoon. We just had a supermoon. So it could harken back to August 18th of 2024, whenever you're watching this, that day. Because in other words, something had to pop out, something had to finish out, something had to sort of explode like a pimple. It had to come out in order to start to heal. There's a lot of emotions that are going on here. So emotions do clutter the energy. And maybe these are emotions, maybe there is always enough, maybe there was too much of something irritating you or agitating you, or your emotions were running high because somebody else's emotions were pulling back. So your emotions could very well have really, maybe it came to a head around August 18th, or it's coming to a head this week to sort of clear out those emotions. And you could still honestly be feeling this super moon for a while. So there's just this energy of maybe you're still having to purge those emotions and get them out. And don't ask them to make sense. It's allow them the space in the room, like bring a gentle touch to sort of just flow out of you and get out of your way, so that you can have a clearer mindset of what you're working with. What are we working with for Taurus? Something that's meant to be. Milk and honey, that's the good life. Something that's faded. Something that's faded and, ooh, you're working on something that's faded and serendipitous, and that's what the Wheel of Fortune says too. So it's almost like Taurus, you're working on something that's destined, and it's beautiful. And there's no way that it can be taken from you or will be taken from you. But don't try to force it to be something just because it's right in front of you, right? Allow those emotions to just purge themselves, and then make space or room for what really is meant for you, because you feel it, right? You know it's there. The problem is we feel it, we know it's there, and we want it. We want to hold it and touch it. We want it in 3D so bad that we end up grabbing what's ever in front of us at the time. And that is when we get in our own way. Just an FYI. Let me draw an angel message. I'm going to pull it for you over in the extended. Come on over to the extended with me, guys. The link is down below in the description box. You can also find it. I'll pin it to the top of the comment section as well, Taurus. You could just go to my Vimeo page. Born Without Boundaries over on Vimeo. And you can find the latest Taurus video there. I will see you guys there.